That's it. Hey! Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to another round of the Boom Boom Room. I'm your host, Ray Mancini, and got my cut man, Joe Danier. We're absent today of our spit bucket guy, Viking Jim. Viking Jim's on, or as they say, he's been called to another. He had something else to do. He was called
his full-time engagement.
His another job to do, I guess. This is his job right here.
That's right.
That's right. So thank you for tuning in. It's funny. Just before we come on, Joe showed me from last week some of the nice comments and stuff. So I want to thank a lot of people that have been watching and stuff. My friend Danny Marmon. Danny, I appreciate it, brother. I really appreciate you listening, and thank you for the nice comment. And me and Danny grew up together and went to school from grade 1, all the way through. And I haven't seen him forever, but thank you for listening, my brother. I appreciate it. Billy D. Lorenzo, man, I appreciate Billy. I certainly appreciate the love. Ben Larisha, hi to you too. But I appreciate you listening, Ben. And an old friend of mine, she grew up right next, a couple houses over, a couple houses down, Stephanie Christmas Roberg. So now her married name is Roberg. So Stephanie, I hope you're listening today. I think you're still in Vegas. I believe you are. So it's great to see you. I see you on Facebook and stuff. That's what I meant. But I appreciate you listening and thank you for a nice comment. My man Ralph Fajak. My man, he's the best. Ralph's the best. I get it. Hey, Ralph. Let me tell you, if somebody wanted to whack you, it ain't the hardest place to find you. Every day at 12 o'clock, you're at Cafe Capri. Our dear friend Ronnie, our lovely, lovely Ronnie, she's working in a bar, and you're there. Because you can't help. You're so in love that you can't keep your eyes off her. You don't want to be away from her. But she's saying to herself, give me a break. Will this guy give me a break? He's like a vulture around my neck. But Ralph, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you listening. Nothing but love for you, brother. Nothing but love for you. But like I said, change your routine a little bit, man. You're too easy to find.
Good food there, though.
Pardon me?
Good food there.
Oh,
I don't blame them at all.
Q and the place, they do a wonderful job. It's just a great hangout. It's a great atmosphere, great, lovely, lovely people, wonderful service, and very good food, yes. So it's a good vibe, the whole place. Cafe Capri here in Youngstown, up on Boardman, on Market Street in Boardman. And I just got, Rico Mancini, of course. Hi to you. Rico, I'm just curious, where are you from and where's your family from, Mancini name? My actual last name is Mancino. That's my family name, that's my birth name, that's my passport, everything. But Mancini, my father went to New York. I keep telling the story, so I'll repeat it, so bear with me. In 1939, when my father first went to New York, they said, when they first fight in New York, they put him on the marquee as Lenny Mancini. He said, no, my name is Mancino. They go, no, Mancini sounds better, flows better. So as So as he started climbing the ladder, Lenny Mancini became the #1 contender in the world. First of all, he was the #1 attraction at the Broadway Arena in Brooklyn in the late 30s and early 40s. The Broadway Arena was on the corner of Broadway and Halsey in I think Bensonhurst. So I think that's Bensonhurst. If anybody correct me if I'm wrong. So he became #1 attraction. And then when he became the #1 contender in the world, of course, everyone knew him as Lenny Mancini. So when he retired, he came back to Youngstown. He put it in a phone book under Mancini because he felt if people came from out of town to look him up, they'd look under Mancini, of course. So growing up, my professional name was Mancini. My license forever, Joe, now when I was in Los Angeles, 30 years, it was Mancini on my license. But when I got back to Youngstown, for 4 years now, they had to get my license changed. I showed them my license. They said, well, Mr. Mancini, can we see your passport? I go, well, my passport's Mancino. And the only reason I'm saying, I tell people, I said, look, I want my, of course, my name. I go, well, we got Mr. Mancini, we got to go buy your passport. I go, but see, that's going to cause me a headache. The problem, because when I travel, people send you, they're going to put it under Mancini. If I don't remember to tell people, I have to make sure they put Mancino, they put Mancini. Of course you would. Well, the first year, I forgot to tell people, I was traveling under, Mancini. So when you see Mancini and Mancino, how many times I got stopped? I was stopped at the, I did a commentary for a fight down in Texas, down there in Brownsville, Texas, one of the border towns. McAllen, Texas, right on the border town. And where I see that on the news now, with the McAllen, because, with the with the wall. Anyhow, McAllen, Texas, I got a guy says, he stopped me. He says, because my passport says, my license said Mancino, and ticket said Mancini, and he's saying two different people. I said, no, man, it's the same. It was my professional name. I was a professional fighter. Thank God when somebody recognized me. No, boom, Mancini, we get it, and let me go. But it caused me problems. Right now, so far, I've always remembered to tell him to put Mancino. But, so anybody who says, hey, I know your cousin, Joe Mancini. And there's a lot of Mancinis in Youngstown, of course. And I go, yeah, hey, how's cousin Joe doing? Because I just, and I go, well, but here's the reason I tell people. It makes it easier. There's a friend of mine, she's a Mancini, she went to Cheney. And she used to say, are you related to Carla? Carla Mancini. I said, no, Carla's a friend of mine, but we're not related. Finally, she said to me, Ray, can't we just say we're cousins? It makes it so much easier, man. I said, yeah, we'll just make it easier. So I said, how's cousin Carla doing? So, anybody named Mancini, the story is for you because my actual name is Mancino. But instead of going through that whole monologue I just did, probably wish I didn't, I always say, are they Sicilian? Sono siciliano. Are they Siciliano? And they go, no, nabladan, alla calabrese, or whatever. Well, sono Sicilian. I'm Sicilian. So if you're not Sicilian and you're Mancini, but you're not Sicilian, so we're not related. But we're not related anyway because the name is Mancini. So Okay, just thought I'd give you that few minutes of information that you could care less about. Never make you no money in life, but at least you know the information. So, here we go. My man wants to come in. He comes in. Tell him to come on in. Come on in. Come on down. You don't want to come in. Anyhow, lot to talk about. Hey, Joe, anything been going on in town lately?
I don't think so.
It's been quiet. Anything in the sports world going on?
Not that I know of. Maybe a guy, All
right, let's get to it. Let's get to the obvious. So, now, I was partly true. I was partly correct last week. When I said LeBron, I didn't think he was going anywhere. Okay. But then I corrected myself. I said, if his son, and this is the reason why I said partly correct. I said, if his son, I couldn't know if he was going to 8th grade or going into 9th grade. Well, I thought he was going to 8th grade, but he's actually going into 9th grade. And I had heard that they registered him for high school out there at the Sierra Canyon High School out in the valley, which is a very good basketball school. A lot of high-end kids go and good basketball school. So LeBron Jr. is going out there. But if he was, like I said, if he was in 8th grade, I wasn't sure, but he's actually going in 9th. So, yeah, that made sense. And then, so when it was announced, I was surprised, but I wasn't because we talked about LeBron being in the entertainment business. And I was listening to the commentators on different sports shows the last couple of days, and it makes sense. It's the next phase of his life. He's not going for ships anymore. He's going for his lifestyle. And I admire that. A lot of guys, I got to worry about another ring, He ain't selling out for another ring. He could have went to a lot of places. Could have went to, place go to Houston. Now you got another super team with him, Harden. No, CP3. No, he's going there with a team that's not going to. Right now, I guess they're saying that they're expected to be no better than 3rd or 4th in that division. Now I think LeBron elevates a team to a whole different level. Sure. He's one of only 2 guys in the league. There's only 2 guys in the league, ladies and gentlemen. 2 guys in the league right now that could take an ordinary team and make them a playoff team. An ordinary team to a very good team. And a very good team to a championship team. And that's LeBron and Kevin Durant. Those are only 2 who could carry a team on their own. Everybody else needs supporting players. Them 2 are the only guys that could take the team by themselves and take it to the ship. So, so the fact that he's going now, and here's what I think they're going to do. And I don't know if anybody agrees with me. You can write in or something. Just find out. Text us or email us. And here's my thoughts. The West is so powerful now. The West of the division, with Golden State, of course, still. How about them? Boogie Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins signs with them. Boogie Cousins is one of the best players in the league, and he signs with them. You're talking about a stacked team. Jesus, man. So, yeah. You got Houston. You got Houston with another, Harden and CP3 going to get another couple players in the meantime. Trevor Ariza just left there and signed. I think he signed with Orlando. I think he did. He went for the money because he wasn't going for any, a chance of getting a shot of winning a title. Some guys go for the money. I mean, if you want to win a chance about title, you would have stayed in Houston, because Houston, I don't know what they offered him or they didn't offer him. Maybe that's the reason why he left, Joe. But if you have an opportunity to stay and offer you money that's similar to what you could be making, it's not a whole lot less. Why wouldn't you stay where you were? You were one game away from going to the ship. So but Houston, San Antonio still a threat, even with or without Kawhi. They're always going to be, that they have a formula down there with Greg Popovich and that team. When I say team, I'm talking about the general manager, their owner, general manager. They're just a solid organization.
Now, as a sports guy, the Joe Thomases of the world that stay in Cleveland and never get a ring, never chase the money, and is loyal to the city, versus LeBron, where he's been in different cities over the career.
Look, could have Joe Thomas gone to a different city? Yeah, he was offered to play at the end. He didn't, and you do admire that. But a lot of the, football's a little different, I think, than others. Guys, your team, your family's here. Picking up any sport, imagine, really. I guess any sport, right? You guys picking up and moving your family around, you're bouncing your kids at different schools. That's rough. You're right, Joe Thomas. But those guys, football guys, they're practiced, they're at home all week. They play on Sunday, even if they're playing when they come home, they come to their family. Baseball players and basketball, they're on the road most of the time. They see their family, they're gone for 5 or 6 weeks. So you want to be back close to your family. So maybe that's why wherever you go, they go with you, of course. But that's a good valid point. But Joe Thomas didn't chase rings. Never played for a title. But that's heartbreaking, because a guy like him deserved to be at least in the playoffs. Did he make playoffs? I don't know if they made playoffs.
Maybe.
Once, yeah. He didn't do much playoffs. So anyhow, but I don't know. LeBron did it. Hey, look, he's going to the next phase of his life, which is the entertainment business. What you heard me say last week, he's already in the entertainment business. He's already in it. He's a producer of a couple of shows, one of them being The Wall, that game show. He's done producing some documentaries. So he didn't need to go out to be in the entertainment. He's already in it. But the lifestyle. Your son's going to high school. You want to put him in an area where, I told you, basketball, high school basketball out in LA is different than most. You want to see him take him to another level. That's why I agree. When my son played in against a lot of top guys, or children of former players and stuff. A lot of top players that are in top colleges and the NBA he played against. So you see these kids when they were starting out, and you see where they've gone, because just ball's different out there. And the lifestyle. I agree. Hey, look, when you see this, here's what people don't understand. I was out in LA for 30 years. And people said, why did you come home? It was the time, right? Timing was right. A couple of things I'm doing here business-wise made sense. My youngest went off to college. I sat my two oldest down, explained to them I have opportunities to go home, do for business. During the 20s, and they said, Pop, you did your job. You did your business. You did your job. Don't worry about it. You go, we'll come see you. You'll see us, But that was the hardest part for me. Usually it's the children get up and go. I'm the one who got up and left. That was very difficult, hard for me to handle for a little bit. But I love I want my kids all the time, so I talk to them almost every day. So you FaceTime. So the connection's not lost, but I miss seeing them on a physical level. But they've been visiting me. I visit them pretty regularly. But so that was the reason I came back, was business purposes. LeBron going to, again, business purposes. And that made sense. He's not, he could have stayed in Cleveland. They got a chance to go back. The East is just dreadful. I mean, Boston, Philly, who else? Toronto? Other than that, who else? I think they got to change this. And I'm going to say, see what people think. I think they have to change it. We know if the East or West. I think pretty soon, I just think you got to go with the top 16 teams. And then you do the, you do the 1 and 16, 2 and 15, top 16, because usually it's the top 8 teams in each division. Just make it the top 16 teams, 16 out of 32 teams, and no matter where they fall, the best record, 1, 2, 3, because
too much disparity.
Exactly. The West is so loaded now. Yeah. East Coast, you got 2 teams basically, Philly and Boston, and Toronto, basically, but. The West, Jesus, man, you got San Antonio, you have Golden State, you got Houston. The Clippers were good for about a day and a half. No, they're not doing. They're getting rid of their team. But anyhow, but I'm just saying that Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans, strong. So if they were in the Eastern Division, they'd be competing for the title. So anyhow, I'm just saying that I think they got to start just going for the best record, 1 through 16. Top 16 teams make the playoffs and go from there. Anybody else has any thoughts or ideas about it? Please write in. What did it do?
A couple messages. Texting.
Text or is it email? The email, no, texting. Texting. Okay.
All right. So Carol Talley says my parents knew your parents back in Y-Town at St. Dominic's.
St. Dominic's, sure.
And Elizabeth Diana said, "Hello, Boom. Enjoyed your book."
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you enjoying the book, and I hope let you know a little bit more about me. A lot of people said they read the book, and I said, "Wow." And I said, "I didn't know this. I didn't know this." Well, I'm glad.
Do you have an audio book? I want to read this thing.
Yeah, it is on audio.
Cool.
Yeah. And my friend Holt McCallany did the voiceover.
Nice.
Holt, I think I talked about him last week. He's the one who did. He's one of the stars of Masterminds. I'm sorry, Mindhunters, not
okay.
Mindhunters, which is on Netflix. Him and this other guy are chasing these serial killers, Mindhunters. Holt McCallany, wonderful actor, good friend of mine, and anyhow, he did the voiceover. He made his career basically as a voiceover guy before he started making it in the pictures. I mean, during the downtime of when he wasn't getting a lot of auditions and he was always making them because he got that great voice and handsome son of a gun. Anyhow, okay. So let's talk about the show a little bit. We did about 18 minutes of nothing. So here we're gonna do. We're gonna start something. Talk a little bit about the fights this weekend. There's some fights this weekend, and then we're gonna go back to basketball to finish up. The fights this weekend. Fight of the year candidate, no dispute, was the fight on HBO. I'm sorry, ESPN. Alex Saucedo and Lenny Zapavinha. Alex Saucedo is 140. Was for an interim 140-pound champion. This was for the WBO, I believe. WBO junior welterweight title, 140-pound championship. It was one. It was the championship. It was the belt that Terrence Crawford gave up when he moved up. Fight of the year candidate, Alex Saucedo from Oklahoma. Fight was in Oklahoma City, and it was at where the Thunder play. And Lenny Zapavinha is of Italian descent, but he's born and raised in Australia. And I tell you, Alex Saucedo stopped him in the 7th round of a bloodbath. Both of them bleeding profusely from cuts. First it was Lenny Zapavinha, because he cuts all the time. Lenny Zapavinha is one of these guys who cuts quite often. They call him Lenny Z. Let's just say Lenny Z. And Lenny Z cuts quite often. But round of the year was like the 4th round could be up for round of the year. Round of the year, Lenny Z came out. He caught Saucedo right for a jump, staggered him, put him on the ropes, and they went toe to toe for 3 minutes. Both busted up. Both survived it. It was just a great fight. Alex Saucedo was managed by our friend Sam I.M. Kakowski, who I've had on the show. Sam is doing a great job with him, and Regis Prograis, which fights July 14th. Regis fights July 14th in Nolans, where he's from. But again, anybody saw that fight on Saturday night, you know what I'm talking about. What a great fight. Alex Saucedo beat Lenny Z. 7th round stoppage for Saucedo, because they're both busted, but Lenny Z's corner stopped it. And rightfully so. He's just both eyes. I haven't seen cuts and swelling that bad so long. But both of them were cut up pretty good. So Lenny Z record went to 37-4 with 27 knockouts, but he announced his retirement shortly after that fight. So Lenny Z going back to Australia, great. You laid on the line, Lenny. Couldn't ask for a greater fight for you if that's your last one. People will remember you a lot longer maybe for this loss than they would have for any of your other wins. But this fight was just the heart and desire and determination that you had. I admire you, and I respect you immensely, and God bless you, and good luck in your retirement. Alex Salcedo, 28-0, 18 knockouts, undefeated. I hope they make a move with him because he's an action-packed fighter. He's one of these guys, fan-friendly. And and my friend Tim Bradley, and Mark Kriegel, Mark Kriegel, my author, I should remember that name. Mark Kriegel were comparing him, but Tim was saying how a lot of people say he reminds him of another great Mexican fighter, one of the great champions, Erik Morales, El Terrible, Erik Morales. And I got to know Erik Morales, great fighter, one of the top fighters, top 10 Mexican fighters of all time. One of my favorite fighters to watch. I saw a little bit of that. I think, obviously he doesn't have the hand speed that Erik Morales had, but the determination, the grit, the punching from all angles. Alex Salcedo was throwing punches and bunches. He was very reminiscent of Erik Morales, so it's a great guy to be compared to. So yeah, great fight. But that was the first fight on the show. That was the first fight, opening fight. The main event, though, that should have been the main event in theory because Salcedo's from there. The people came out to see him. But the main event was Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. He fought Romer Alexis Angulo from Colombia, and he beat him by unanimous decision. He retained his super middleweight 168-pound championship. But the fight was boring, man. Just boring as heck, man. Just you got a barn burner with that first one. Everything else is hard. It's hard to live up to that, but you got to try. But there was a fight in between that was okay. Somebody got stopped, and then Ramirez and Angulo. And Ramirez is a good fighter, man. He's gonna beat most guys. He's a southpaw, strong, punches, comes forward, tall. Like I said, those punches and bunches for weird angles. But you got to close the show. People want to see guys who close the show. Take guys out. They had talked about him one time, him being a possible opponent for Triple G, and I actually think he'd get Triple G headaches. Really? Not that he beat him, because he's tall, rangy, and he's a southpaw, and he's just legitimately a strong guy, and probably as strong as Triple G is. And they were talking about Triple G moving up to fight him at 168, over the weight match. Maybe to come to a catch weight of 164, 166. That'd be a hard fight, though. But they haven't talked about it in a while. At one time, they talked about it. So anyhow, that was a boring fight, though. Good win for Ramirez, but a boring fight. All I got to say is Ramirez is a terrific fighter. I've done commentary for fights on the way up. I enjoy his fighting. But Zurdo got to turn on. He's got to close the show. He's just got to close the show. Granted, you beat the guy the easiest way. I've said that many times. If you ain't knocking him out, you find some guys you just ain't knocking out. Okay, but just you gotta try to be more exciting, just a little bit more.
When those bigger guys, they lock up so much. Is that just to get a breather? Why does it seem like the bigger guys?
Yeah. A lot of times they lock up because first of all you're tired. You get a catch a breather, like you said. And you break up, and then you're back to where you need to be. Sometimes the guys, your opponent is what they call a clutch and grab fighter. He's waiting for you to make a move and he's tying you up. So it's hard. But anyhow, that's a lot of guys. A lot of guys like that. But you don't want to find him. The guy said he's all elbows and knees. You know what I mean? That's because that's all. But worst type of guy to watch though. Worst type of guy to watch. Worst type of guy to fight too. So it's all about styles. Fight. You've heard this many times, ladies and gentlemen. But it's the God's truth. Styles make fights, not fighters. Fighters don't make fights. Styles make fights. You could get a guy who's 2-10 fighting a guy 3-13. Neither guy can fight a lick, but together it's a great fight because they both got the right style.
Speed, size.
Exactly. But it doesn't matter because they're skills, but the same style to put on a great fight. Then you got to get these 200 feet of fighters, they put on a stinking fight because there's a saying we're both very tentative. There's a saying one guy's scared, the other's glad of it. One guy did little, the other guy did less. That's a lot of times you see that. But anyhow, so that happened, okay? And now, coming up, and I guess the money finally came in, Pacquiao-Matthysse is a go for July 14th here in the States. Again, they said they're not sure it's going to be on ESPN or ESPN+. ESPN Plus is their pay-per-view, but they're not sure this fight, I'm not just sure this fight warrants a pay-per-view number. Two good fighters that are past the prime. You know, Pacquiao hasn't fought for a year. He got last fight got beat by Jeff Horn last July. Now he's fighting Lucas Matisse from Argentina. Matisse is a very good fighter, and it's for Matisse's title. He's a title at 147. So it should be an action-packed fight. Be a good fight, but I don't know if it's on ESPN or ESPN Plus. Let's hope it's on ESPN. Okay, because I ain't paying for it. Also, what else we got here? Okay. Oh, Joshua Povet. It looks like Anthony Joshua is going to fight Alexander Povetkin from Russia. We're not talking about who I'm drinking because they ain't paying no.
Not yet.
They're not paying no fee, so they ain't paying no advertising dollars. So we just cover that. Hey man, you want me to talk all about you? I'll talk about you to death, man. I'll talk about you forever. Come up with the Schkarol, the little bit of Schkarol, man. We need the money, Joe Danier needs the money.
Bring it.
So advertising dollars, we're very reasonable here at the Boom Boom Room. Very reasonable. Joe, whatever. All right. So
Rick Cook says, Ray, when are we sparring for our favorite charity?
Let me tell you, Rick. I told you I don't mess with heavyweights. No, Rick's the best. My man Rick is one of the best people you ever want to meet. Now, Joe, Rick, I'm being serious, Fatty. I love you, man. You're one of the best people you want to meet. He works at Simon Roofing still. He should be running the joint. But are you going to be running this joint pretty soon, Rick? You should. As long as you've been there, you should be running the joint by now. One of the top guys they got. And Rick, little amateur fighting.
Quick. He's good.
Little amateur fighting. I don't know, Rick. Rick. First of all, my brother, he's a double-fisted threat. Well, actually, he's a triple threat. He's a triple threat. Knife, fork, and spoon.
Nice. But Rick also says, I thought you didn't drink pop.
I don't drink pop. It's water, flavored water.
Yeah, take
little
that.
Berry essence. Little berry essence, little pomegranate and cranberry. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rick. I'm a mineral water du jour, man. I don't know, man. I don't drink pop. That I don't drink. I like to keep my body clean. And Rick, to be honest with you, I don't like to drink a lot of these stuff because a lot of too much little extra things. But this one's actually one of the best because there are no sugar tax. It's just essence of the flavor. No calories, no this, no that. It's just basically water with a little flavor in it. So it's very good. And if they paid some money, you'd be hearing all about them. But anyhow, hey Rick, talk to your people there at your joint there. Talk about, man. Throw us a bone, man. Throw us a bone. Come on now. Jeez, oh man, just throw us a bone. Don't be bashful with that money there. They got money spread. Talk to your boss. I know he's got the baseball fields. Hey, I love what he's doing. Really, I do love what he's doing with the baseball fields. He's a big guy, advocate for the youth, and I mean that sincerely. He's a great guy. Anthony's a great guy. Doing great stuff with the youth. But throw a little bone our way, man. Advocate. Come on, celebrate the boom boom. All right. Anyhow, my man Rick, say hello to AJ for me too. Send my love to AJ. Okay, Anthony Joshua's going to fight Alexander Povetkin because they couldn't make the fight with Deontay Wilder. Who knew? Who would have thunk it, right? Look, here's the bottom line. I said this last week. These fights want to be made. They should and can be made. You tell to the fighters, and I've said this repeatedly, but it's worth repeating. When Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns fought back in 1981, they called each other. Hey, Tommy, you want to fight? Yeah, Ray, I want to fight. Tommy, let's make it happen. So Tommy told Manny Stewart, talk to Bob, make it happen. Ray Leonard called his manager, Mike Trainer, talk to Bob Bear, make it happen. And they made it happen. Two guys talk to each other. Hey, friends, friendly, whatever you want to do, but it's business. Make good business for everybody. Make the fight. And they did. Nowadays, you got everybody, got 10 guys in between, my age and your age. You want the fighters, look, man, real simple. Anthony Joshua, they keep putting it off, it's going to be where nobody cares. And that's what happens. You're going to get too old for it. It's hot now. And it's going to be hot in a day and a half from now. Make the fight happen. If you want to fight the guy, if anybody, any fighter, listen to me. If any fighter truly wants to fight another guy, you make it happen. Look, Triple G chased Canelo for how long? He basically cornered him for him to make the fight the first time. People thought, 90% of people thought that Triple G won the fight. He got a draw. By, the woman did business, the judge did business, and she voted for Canelo. And it was obvious. Everyone knows she did business. Okay. Now they make the rematch. It took, again, Canelo forever to agree with it, and then they found out whether on purpose or not is irrelevant. He got caught with clenbuterol in a system which is against anti-doping regulations. In the fight, he got suspended for 6 months, and the fight got pushed back. Now they're going to fight September 15th again. So they fought September 16th last year, 15th this year. So a year from the first fight. And fighting in Vegas again. And now, I love this part. There's going to be no press conference, no press tour like the first one. They did 4 city press conferences in England, Mexico, LA, and New York. No press tour, no press conferences. The only time they're going to see each other is at the final press conference, which is the day, 2 days before the fight, and the weigh-in. A lot of bad blood. Triple G's called him a cheater. He's been doing this for a long time. Canelo says, "I'm gonna knock you out." He's bad. He's talking bad about me. He's bad talking about my character and this and that. So it's a lot of bad blood, legitimately. And I tell people, when that's the case, you don't want to put them too close to each other before the fight. I used to have when we had to do press conferences. The press conference was always the Thursday before the Saturday fight. And I used to tell my manager, don't let him get too close, because I'm telling you, man, if he makes a comment, whatever, fighters are on edge at that point. You ready? He makes a comment. If he says something, I'm gonna crack him. It happened when I fought Bramble the first fight. We were at the press conference. He's gonna make a comment. I punched him. Boom. And I think I talked about this. It was a big scuffle. It was in the New York papers, and my manager said, yo, what's the matter with you? What if you would have hit him, you cut him, or you hurt your hand, or something? The fight's off. What's the matter? You don't think about things like that. All you're thinking about, because you're wired, man. So, and somebody makes a comment, boom, you go off. So I never liked getting, that face-to-face stuff. Forget about it. Don't do it. So they're not gonna do it if they do it at all. But it's the last time they're gonna do the face-off is gonna be the night before at the weigh-in and at the press conference 2 days before. So, which I think good. Let them talk about each other. Let's build the fight up. The fight's already built up, but it's gonna be a great fight again. And this time I'm picking again Triple G to beat him again, more decisive. I said it before. I thought Triple G looked a little overtrained last fight. He had the gas. He just couldn't turn on the juice. Couldn't change speeds when he needed to, and that's usually an indication of being overtrained. And we've talked about that. I always talked about how he's a gym rat. He's always up in the gym. He trains up in Big Bear, and very seldom does he take time off. He always talk about how he's in the gym, even when he's not fighting. Well, that's not good. It's not good. And Abel knows that. Abel Sanchez knows that. And I think Abel knows that last time that he was a bit overtrained. He got still. So I hope they're working on that. Obviously, I believe they will be. So anyhow, no press tour or press conferences before the fight. But okay, Anthony Joshua, Povetkin, they've agreed, and they've also agreed to an anti-doping program in their camps with VADA. Now, VADA is an acronym for Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. VADA. Okay, I guess it's needed now in boxing. And my day we never needed it, because I don't know if anybody was doing drugs or enhancer, but because it doesn't help you. People said, anybody do whether you're doing steroids? Nobody's doing steroids. Boxing's not about, you got to have long, slender muscles. The punching power comes from, your balance and turning your hips. It don't come from how big your arms are. Matter of fact, them big muscle heads can't throw punches because they can't move. They can't get that torque. So I never understood anybody who's doing this. And if you need to know how to train to get the proper rest for your muscles and your body, have a masseuse switch in training camp, give you a massage, and just eat the proper diet, man. It's all about caloric intake and the foods. Now, how much you eat, it's what you eat. Eat the right foods, the high protein, the carbs you need when you need it. Come on, man. I mean, it's common sense. They've been doing it for 100 years. Boxing is the one business game that hasn't changed in 100 years. Same equipment, heavy bag, speed bag, jump rope, 4-square ring. You know, we ain't moving. You know, we ain't moving the fences back. We ain't moving the ring back. You know, it's 20 by 20. Could go shorter. They actually go up to 22, which is stupid. I don't know if anybody does that. So 20 by 20 on the inside, could be shorter, up to 16 by 16 on the inside, which basically means a phone booth. But anyhow, my point being is anti-doping. For what? I don't get it. It makes no sense. And these guys, instead of doing, for 15 rounds, Joe, I told you, I trained 6 weeks. 6 weeks is perfect. 5.5, 6 weeks, and I burned for 15. Now guys take 8, 10 weeks to burn to try to go 12, and they're dead tired after 12. Yep. Okay. Anyhow, Povetkin, talking about the reason why they agreed to this anti-doping program is because Povetkin has already failed 2 drug tests before this, previous fights, last time in 2016. So they agreed to do an anti-doping program, taking blood before the fights, whenever it's called upon. Okay. Both have signed up. Both fighters agreed to it and signed on to it. This is for the WBA title, which Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko last year. Also, Joseph Parker, who was last time we saw Wilder, who beat Joseph Parker, he thinks that Joseph Parker thinks that Deontay Wilder would beat Anthony Joshua. So he fought Anthony Joshua last year. And Anthony Joshua's last fight, and Joseph Parker thinks that, but he thinks Deontay Wilder would beat Joshua. He didn't fight Wilder, so I don't know how we know that. So anyhow, just thought that was interesting. We talked about the Pacquiao fight, Zurdo, Ramirez. Okay, we're gonna get this. It'll probably be a little short show today. I say it every time.
Every time.
So let me get. I also want to thank our advertisers here again. Ginger Heat Muscle Rub, www.gingerheatmusclerub.com, and put in the code for the Boom Boom, and you will get dollars off your order. And believe me, it's the best stuff. I used everything 3 years for my muscles, when I'm sore, broken down. And actually, we just had some sent to YSU football. I had Coach Tressel, and hope to try it out, and Coach Pelini, and hopefully they'll try it out and they'll endorse us because it's just the best stuff I've ever used. It really is. Our new sponsors, Rust Life Apparel. Rust Life Clothing Apparel.
Yep. Rust
Life is one of their shirts here. It's just nice quality T-shirt. Doesn't say anything about the Boom Room yet, but it will. Rachel, is that
yeah, of course.
Are they doing a Boom Boom Room T-shirt? Are they not?
Well, we're doing all kind of T-shirts.
Okay.
So
but are they doing the Boom Boom T-shirt? Because I cared about
all
kinds. Only the Boom Boom Room T-shirt. Because if not, come on now, Rust Life Apparel. Anybody wants, you can order it. You can text in, order it, get a couple of bucks off the T-shirt. Because I said so. What other T-shirts they doing?
What's that?
They doing Rust Life. They're gonna do a Boom Boom T-shirt.
It's behind you. We'll get a design there for the Rust Life people.
Oh, Rust Life.
They're up on Facebook.
I don't see nothing that says the Boom Boom Room.
Eventually,
sooner than later, Joe. Sooner.
I'll text them right now.
Done. Okay. Also, I want to say hello. I said hello. I said hello to my friends already. Okay, I already did that. But I'll repeat it again. Why not? Danny Marmon, thank you for listening again. I think you're in Texas still. Billy DiLorenzo, Pimp Ben Larisha, Stephanie Christmas Roberg, Ralph Fajak, Mom Man, and Rico Mancini. Thank you very much. Also, my friend Scott Murray, listening in the UK, over in Birmingham. You notice I don't do the accent no more because my wife said, please don't do it.
Get yelled at.
Don't do it. Don't. Father Carmine, I hope Father Carmine's watching over there. When are you guys coming to Youngstown? Because you're supposed to come over here. Father Carmine, aren't you coming over here for a food show? Because that's what you guys were talking about. I think which I thought was in Chicago. So anyhow, and then you're coming to Youngstown. So anyhow, of course you'd be my guest here in downtown, beautiful Youngstown. And I mean that sincerely. Beautiful. I say beautiful for the laugh. I mean that. Youngstown, we're doing it right, man. We're doing it right. We're on the climb. We're coming back strong. Okay. And I love being a part of it. Let me give you, I'm going to tell you my best kept secret. I'm going to give you my top 5. And I have a joke. And the reason I'm going to save the joke for the end, because it will get us an explicit. It will get us, but it's funny. I said, I got to tell the show.
You gotta do it.
And I got to do it, but it's pretty funny. For me. Maybe not to you, but for me. But I'll wait to the end because then they'll take us off right away if they may, you know. Anyway.
Good planning.
Yes, planning. So, here's my best kept secret. Best kept secret. A friend of mine in town here, him and his wife, have a company. Anybody see it? They have a big RV, and it's called Sweet Roll. Sweet Roll. The Sweet Roll is a product that's looks like a little rosin bag. When I say my rosin bag, it's got beads inside, little beads inside. It could be longer ones and shorter ones. And what you do, it's like a little sandbag, but it's got beads. And you put it in your hair. You put it in the microwave. I'm sorry. You put it in the microwave for X amount of minutes. It'll give you all directions. You put it in here, and while you're doing something, you can just put it up, and it gives you a soft curl. The longer you leave it, more curl. It works. They have big, long ones. They have short ones for short curls, longer curls. I know people who've used it. They love it. So they've been trying to get this off the ground. They've been doing very well. We're going to do the pop-up at the pop-up store at different markets and fairs and things like that. But believe me, here in Youngstown, the best kept secret is called the Sweet Roll. Believe me, you can go online, go on sweetroll.com. Here's the number to call if you're interested in finding out about the Sweet Roll. You want to order it. Believe me, you're gonna love it. It's your wife, your daughter. It's quick. It's easy. 5 minutes. It gives you a little soft curl. You hold it a little longer. So when ladies are getting ready in the morning, they want a little curl to their hair or give it some body, a longer curl, little curl, bigger curl, whatever. You put it in and you can do your stuff. You get dressed. You can get breakfast. You get your cup of coffee, and it's working for you. You put it in this little bag. You put the Sweet Roll in the microwave for about X amount of minutes. Take it out. Put it up. Put a hairpin, boom, go about your business, take it out right before leave, and it just leaves your hair looking beautiful. So the number to call is 330-519, and anybody from around the country, anybody's reading, my friend Marianne from Jersey is watching, or Marianne, you can get it for you, tell hubby to get it for you. My friend Stephanie is watching in Vegas, you can order for there. But the number is 330-519-4908. Again, 330-519-4908. That's for Randy. Okay? That's for Randy. And he'll give you all about it and have it sent out to you. Very reasonable. The price is right. So, anyhow, best kept secret. Believe me, you'll love this stuff. Okay. I'm going to give you my top 5 list. And then I'll give you
these.
The top 5. So I started thinking, I'm trying to come up with stuff. So I started thinking top 5 so far, as of now, like the word thus, as of now. The top 5 free agent signings so far, just for the last couple of days, for me, the top 5. Number 5, Mario Hezonja. Mario Hezonja, who was a 5th round pick in the 2015 draft. I think he played for the Orlando Magic. He's from Mario, I believe, is from Yugoslavia, from Serbia. He was during the same. He was the 5th pick in the same draft that Porzingis from the Knicks was in. Porzingis was, I think, was the 2nd or 3rd pick by the Knicks, and Mario Hezonja went to Orlando. But he just got picked up, and I forgot the team on my mind. But he just got picked up, and it's a great pickup. It's a great pickup, Mario Hezonja. And I'm thinking, could you look at it? I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up while we're talking. I got it because it drives me nuts. I forget the team. Number 4, Julius Randle, who left. The Lakers got rid of him when they picked up LeBron. Julius Randle's gonna be a great pickup for the Pelicans, who also lost Boogie Cousins. That's a great pickup there. Julius Randle is going to be a great pickup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Rajon Rondo, who just signed with the Lakers, I think it's a great pickup. The team with LeBron, another guy who won a championship, guy who's a stone baller, He had a great year with the Pelicans this year, with Anthony Davis, Boogie Cousins. He had a great year, and they just, they got rid of him because LeBron brought in LeBron. They needed to get rid of some pieces, and Julius Randle was a piece they didn't want to, but they had to. He had to. One of the most valuable pieces of young blood they had. So he's with the Pelicans. So that's a great pickup for the Pelicans. Julius Randle wasn't. Rajon Rondo was a great pickup for the Lakers. I think him and LeBron together. Look, it gives an indication too that Rajon Rondo didn't sign her to be a backup. So either they don't have a whole lot of faith in Lorenzo Ball coming back from. He's got an injury right now. Torn meniscus, which heals, I get it. Or to put him on a trade block, to use him as bait for trade, because Lorenzo Ball can ball. Flat out. He can play. Good point guard. Can't shoot a lick. Not a lick. But he can flat out ball, rebound. His defense, he can't play much defense, but he rebounds, and he's got that eye. He's got that sixth sense to find open man. So, dribble, good, great handles. So, the signing of Rajon Rondo, he ain't signing to sit. So, Lorenzo Ball, maybe they'll put them both together as the 1 and the 2. Because really, there's really no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in basketball. It's just the best 5 players they put out there, and it plays. The offense now forms like where they spread the floor and let the guys spread it and let the guys take it to the rack. So Rajon Rondo was a good pickup for the Lakers. I think number 2, DeAndre Jordan went to the Mavericks. I think that's a great pickup for the Mavericks. Great pickup. Because DeAndre Jordan is top shot blockers, top rebounders in the game. Another guy who can't shoot a lick, but even when he's around the basket, but he does all the intangibles. Hustles, shot blocker, rebounder. Great for Dirk Nowitzki. Gives Dirk a chance to go back onto the offense. Even though he's 35 years old, he's not the force that he once was. But they get the new pick. They got the new pick, I can't think of it, but the Lucas, the other kid who was from Serbia. So they get the kid who was picked by Atlanta, and then Trae Young, they traded him for Trae Young. Trae Young was picked up by Dallas. They traded him to Atlanta for Lucas, I forgot Lucas' last, Sajic. I think Lucas Sajic, I believe. Anyhow, new kid coming up, 6'9", another kid who got handles, can shoot. Got Dirk Nowitzki. Now you got DeAndre Jordan in the middle. Then Dallas is going to be another team. They're going to be a top 5 or 6 team. Again, that's why you need a top 8, top 16. Top 16. No matter what division you're in. Just by their record is why it goes by, what order they're in. I think they're going to have to do that eventually. And now and of course, number 1, LeBron, of course. But LeBron was the easy choice. But that shakes the game up. It shakes the league up. People say, what do you think? I said, I like the fact that he's not chasing rings. I do like the fact he puts his family first. It's a lifestyle. But who wants to be in Cleveland in February? I get it. I mean, not because the city's a wonderful city. Don't get me wrong. Cleveland, I love you. I'm here in Youngstown. I don't want to be in Youngstown in February. I love my city. It's just the wrong time to be here. January, February. But I get it. It's a lifestyle for him. So his kids go to school out there. Chance for his kid to excel in the best possible way for basketball, and his lifestyle. Plus now his after basketball career. He signed a 4-year deal, probably the last contract he'll sign, and he's in the entertainment business where you want to be. And what better place to be in the entertainment business where in every game, ringside, you got every head of studio sitting there, every top producer sitting there, every big acting star sitting there. Talk, chit chat, paddywhack, make that deal. So it was a good move. Good move. Yeah. So, okay.
Is this the dude you were looking for, by the way? This guy?
Yeah. What's his last name? Yeah, that's him. No.
Are you for the Knicks? Is that the team you were looking for?
Yeah, but he's the one who just signed. He was Mario Hazonia. Yeah. Where's he from? But I'm looking. Who was the kid that was the Lucas Sajic? I think Sajic was it Celik, who was the 3rd pick, and he was playing with the Mavericks now. He's the Mavericks rookie who just signed. But anyhow, the best ball handler. One of the top players, and he was a kid who's been playing in the European ball since he was 13. So he's been playing against men since he was 13. So he's ready for the NBA. Okay. All right, so here's my joke, ladies and gentlemen. Here's my joke, and then we're gonna say goodnight. I'm gonna clean up. So don't worry, I'm gonna clean up, but it's pretty funny to me. Joe, I thought so.
I don't want to censor you, right? You want me to hit the censor button?
No, don't do it. I'm gonna clean up. A woman was standing in a crowded elevator at a hotel she was staying at when a man got in and accidentally elbowed her in the breast. The man said, "I'm sorry, and if your heart is as soft as your breast, you'll forgive me." The woman replies, "Well, if your crotch is as hard as your elbow, I'm in room 113.
Good.
But I cleaned it up, but it's still pretty funny, right?
Yes.
It's still,
Yes.
we got that. You know, we're still a family show.
That's PG-13.
PG-13, man. I've cleaned it up, but good joke. No, I mean that was a pretty good joke. Come on, somebody hit me up. I got a few minutes. Somebody said, "Ray, more jokes? No more jokes? Okay." But I was pretty good at that. I'm gonna say one last time. Woman was standing in the crowded elevator at a hotel she was staying at when a man got in and accidentally elbowed her in the breast. The man said, "I'm sorry, and if your heart is as soft as your breast, you'll forgive me." So the woman replies, if your crotch is as hard as your elbow, I'm staying in room 113.
Love it. Good one.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending another hour with me or less, whatever it is, spending the time with me here in the Boom Boom Room. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and if you did, we hope that you'll come back, and we hope you'll tell people and tell your friends and family. And if you didn't enjoy it, well, just keep it to yourself. Nobody cares. But if you did enjoy it, we hope you come back this Thursday, 5 o'clock, for another round of the Boom Boom Room. Till then, I'm your host, Ray Mancini. Take care of each other, love each other. Good night and God bless.